Hello world, I'm Missy Girl and welcome back to another video with your girl, Missy Girl. Guys, I know it's been so long. I haven't posted my last video in 6 months and I'm so sorry. And I know I always blame it on work and being really busy. And I know that's not an excuse because as a creator, I should be more consistent. But I promise you, I will be more consistent. I know I shared recently, well, not really recently, but 3 years ago about my poetry journey. And I should have did this a long time ago when this journey has kind of came to a more upscale type of connection for my life. I don't think that's the right word I want to use, but yeah. But I am proud to say that I have published my book, Jahzara, a book of poetry. I published it January 11th of this year. It is now on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. You can purchase it on the Kindle version, which is $9.99, the paperback, which is $14.99, as well as the hardcover, which is this one, which is $44, excuse me. This book is a series of everything. It is not just for young children or young adults or young teenagers. It is for everyone. It is not just for women. It is for everyone. It is not just for Black people. It is for everyone. As I stated in my previous video 3 years ago about my poetry journey, I'm going to restate it again. I fell in love with poetry when I was 16 years old specifically. It was my sweet 16 and I wanted to give my parents something as a gift and I wasn't sure what I wanted to give them because obviously as a 16-year-old young lady, I did not have a job. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to give them as a thank you for being there for me for 16 years. And I decided to write poetry. I've always loved writing and I've always loved writing short stories when I was younger, not so much poetry. So when I was 16 years old, I did write a poem for my mom and my dad, and it was presented to them the night of my sweet 16. And ever since then, I fell in love with the art of poetry. Fast forward to a couple of years after that, I have experienced depression and anxiety, and I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. And most of my poems have been written at night when I did have my depressing thoughts and my suicidal thoughts and my self-harming actions. And I use my poetry as an outlet to reach out for help in my own way. And I wrote my poems in my notes in my phone when I was in my early 20s. And it wasn't until I wrote one of my poems that I have in this book that allowed me to see that I need help because my mental health was getting so deep, my depression was getting so deep, my self-harming was getting so deep, and I needed to reach out. And yes, as a spiritual woman, as a Christian woman, I do believe in God, and I did know that God will help me out. But at the same time, I didn't feel like that. I didn't feel that way at the time because my mind was just so clouded with thoughts of self-harm and depression and honestly committing suicide. And when I wrote one of the poems that I'm going to share with you today, it allowed me to realize that I need help. And ever since then, I got the help. I haven't had any depressing thoughts ever since. Well, I did, but it wasn't to the extent that I did when I was younger. I do have a therapist now, so I'm very thankful for that. And ever since then, I have been writing poems about anything and everything: religion, relationships, societal views, depression, mental health, my Tourette syndrome disorder, being a girl, just different things that I felt was important and I felt was relatable, not just to me, but to anybody else that would read my poems. And I sat down one day and I said, I have all of these poems. I have over 100 poems. What can I do with them? And I realized, like, I need to create a book. I need to write a book. I don't want to create it. I need to create a book. And I was going through some of the titles that I had in mind, and I went on Google and I finally found the word Jahzara, which means a blessed princess in Africa. And I fell in love with it. And there comes the book. So before I read some of the poems, I'm going to read a glimpse into the mirror, which is in the back of the book. And it tells you all about what the book is about, all about what the book is going to be about. Jahzara, a book of poetry will make you will make you smile, laugh, cry, fall in love, recover from a heartbreak, but most importantly, heal. Every page you turn will have you look in the mirror and say, I am a Jahzara. I am a blessed princess. I hope you enjoy reading this book as much as I enjoy writing it. And again, this book is not only for women or young ladies or girls. It's for anybody and everybody. So I'm going to read a couple of poems that reached out to me and continuously reaches out to me. And yes, I do have a lot other poems in my notes that will be in the next part of this book series. But that will be for another time when I have the money. So the first poem that I'm going to read is actually a poem that I was explaining about before, when I did have my suicidal thoughts and I honestly just did not know what to do with my life and with myself. So that's when I decided to reach out for help after I wrote this poem, and it is called The Great Escape. And it always makes me emotional, so I'm sorry in advance if I get emotional. The Great Escape. Abracadabra, I've made myself disappear. Not into a box or one of those circular things that magicians use, but to a place, a rather weird place, where everything is so white, like heaven, but I know I'm not an angel, because what I did is sinful. Oh, so I thought. No more chains are holding me down. No more thoughts are surrounding my mind. I'm free. But wait, if I'm free, then that means I did it. I mastered the great escape. I managed to complete the job. I cut too deep this time, where I bleed uncontrollably and my eyes shut. My heart stopped beating and I stopped breathing. This was it. All I ever wanted. But where's my audience? My assistant? I guess I'm not a real magician after all. Dang it, this isn't a little kid's party. This is real life. I actually performed the great escape. I killed myself, and now I can't see what's happening next. Who am I married to? What's my career like? What's my child's name? Did I ever find acceptance? No, I need to go back. Where's the reverse button on this thing called death? I wasn't ready. Man, I cut too deep. Oh no, the white is becoming more of a red. The crisp breeze is starting to feel like a flame. Wait. I'm passing Earth. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go to hell. Why did you do this to me? Why did you trick me? I realized I messed up. There's a typo there. I cut too deep, but I thought I didn't cut deep enough. The great escape was just to escape from my hurt, my past, my dark mind. It wasn't to escape who I really am. I'm better than this. I'm worth more than this. After all, I'm not a magician. I'm a preschool teacher, for God's sake. The great escape doesn't need to be death, but it needs to be this poem right here. These words are the only great escape I'll ever need. So that's the book that where I realized that I needed to find help. Instantly after I wrote that poem, I said to myself, I need help, and I got the help that I needed. The next poem that I'm going to read, which will probably be the only other poem that I'm going to read, there's a lot of good ones. Let's see. Okay, yep, this is a good one too. And my brother did so great with these illustrations. So this one, no, sorry, not that one. Okay, this is the one that I wanted to read for sure. This one is called My Soaked Pillow. Every night I lay my head down, not to sleep. Oh, I wish I can sleep. Wouldn't it be that easy, right? To close my eyes and dream of beautiful things. Dream of you and I happy, but it's all a dream. It's not reality. My pillows are never dry. It's always filled with tears. Tear stains from the day before. Tears moist from tonight. Tears expected tomorrow. Tears that will never be dry until the day I find you. I find peace in you, me, and what we have. Maybe I'll change my pillowcases, but that won't stop the flow. The flow that's heavily running from my eyes, my watery eyes. It's never a surprise, huh? That I'm talking about you. That you're the reason why I'm not okay. Because you're gone. You left me alone with nothing but my pillow. Not even my own dignity or pride. You left me alone with just my eyes, my tears, and my pillow. And no, it will never make a difference whether I change my pillowcase, because it's just a pillow that'll forever be soaked in the tears you created. And then this one is more of an uplifted poem. Oh no, there's two more. That is about love. And yes, even though I haven't been in a relationship for a while, I also write poems that I can see myself reading to my future person, because it gives me hope, you know? So this next two poems are all about love. This one is simply called I Love You. I love you. Why is that so hard to understand? I know I don't say it often, but it's true. I love you, or perhaps I am in love with you. You might ask, how would I know? How about the butterflies I get when we speak? Or every little thing you do makes me smile. You make me mad, sad, but mostly happy. You make me feel free, like I'm this person that nobody ever made me feel. I love you, everything about you, from your smile to our conversations. Love isn't just a word. Love isn't just a saying, but it's a feeling. And what better way to feel what I'm feeling with you, the person who knows me like a book. So believe me when I say that I know what love is because I met you. Believe me when I say that I love you. And this is a little picture of the heart that my brother made. Well, it's just a heart, but still. The last one is just a kiss. Just a kiss. Lips pressed against mine, and I enjoy it like a glass of red wine. I smile every time our eyes meet. Could this be just a kiss to me, or is it something more, something I wish to adore? Holding your beautiful face as you hold my slim waist. Just a kiss, but I always seem to miss how you taste, how you feel. No time to waste, this is real. I need to kiss you every time I see you. I want your kiss in hopes you feel it too. Just a kiss, they say, something that I never wipe away. Just a kiss, they think, but this kiss is like permanent ink. Leave it on me, mark your territory. Oh, how I love your kiss. It's one of the things when we depart I miss. Take it slow, baby, be in control. When you hold me, I say, just a kiss, but only God knows it's your precious gift. So again, those are just a small little previews of what you can find in my book. And again, this is a book about anything and everything that is relatable to anybody and everybody, honestly. As a Black author, I would highly recommend for people to reach out and do what they know feels good to them. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter the battles, the challenges. As long as you feel like it's good for you to be good to other people, do it. Our purpose in life is to help others in whatever capacity. So whether it is starting a business, whether it is helping others in your local business or your local church or your local home or your local jobs, whatever you feel is right, do it. Take a leap out on faith. Take a step out of your comfort zone and do it. Whatever makes you happy, do it. Because at the end of the day, life is about your happiness. And if you find something that makes you happy, do it to the best of your ability so that way you can help others. So that's honestly the motivation that helped me carry this book out. It was a long journey. It was a stressful journey. It was a challenging journey at times. But at the same time, it was a very fulfilling and rewarding journey. So again, I'm asking that you please support me in my book of Jahzara, a book of poetry. It can be found on Amazon as well as Barnes & Noble. Again, the Kindle price is $10. The hardcover is $44. And the paperback, which is a soft cover, is $14.99, $15. So, yeah, I mean, you're a blessed princess destined to be a queen. And if you want to purchase it for your sister, your mom, your aunt, your cousin, your daughter, your goddaughter, your godmother, your friend, your teacher, your neighbor, somebody at church, again, it doesn't matter if it's a woman or not a woman, but if you want to specifically sign it out to a woman, that's fine too. If you want to read it because you have experience with what I experienced as a woman, if you are a man or not a man, that's perfectly fine as well. And yeah, be true, be you. I love you, and thanks again.